Please pause here. Welcome to Pause Here, your go-to podcast for weaving mindfulness and serenity into the fabric of everyday life. I'm Sarah, creator of the Pausing Point app, and I'm here to guide you through the science and simplicity of breathing, meditation, and relaxation techniques that can transform your day, your health, and even your sleep. Each episode, we'll explore actionable tips and the latest research that makes relaxation and mindfulness accessible to everyone, no matter your schedule. From guided breathing exercises that you can do at your desk, to understanding how these practices impact your nervous system, Pause Here is your personal checkpoint in the day to recalibrate and rejuvenate. Today, we're exploring the transformative power of breath. Something so simple, yet so profound in its ability to alter our mental and physical states. Whether you're a seasoned meditator or just curious about how a few deep breaths can make a difference, this episode is for you. Let's take that first deep breath together and dive right in. Have you ever been told to just take a deep breath when you're feeling nervous or anxious before a big event? I want you to think back to a time when you were about to deliver a presentation or faced a particularly stressful event. Your heart might have been racing, palms sweaty, thoughts running wild. And then someone, maybe a friend or a colleague, sees your anxiety and says those magic words. Take a deep breath. It'll all be okay. While it might sometimes sound a bit cliched, or even a tad annoying in the moment, when you get past that and feel yourself inhale deeply, something shifts. It feels like you're pressing a reset button on your body's alarm system. Today, we're going to explore exactly why that happens, and how this simple act can transform moments of panic into moments of poise. Let's dive into the science, shall we? When you take a deep breath, you're doing more than just filling your lungs with air. You're activating your parasympathetic nervous system. This is the part of your nervous system that signals your body to calm down and relax. It's often referred to as the rest and digest system, in contrast to the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight system, which is triggered by stress and anxiety. When we talk about deep breathing and its benefits, one key aspect is how it increases the level of oxygen in your bloodstream. That kind of sounds obvious, right? You breathe more air, you get more oxygen. But why is this important? And what does it really mean for your mental and physical health? Each time you breathe in deeply, your lungs expand fully. Unlike shallow breathing, which only uses a small portion of your lung capacity, deep breathing helps you utilize more of your lungs, allowing for a greater exchange of air. This means that you're not just taking in more oxygen, but you're also expelling more carbon dioxide with each exhale. With more oxygen available, your bloodstream can carry it to each cell in your body more efficiently. This has several beneficial effects. Oxygen is a critical fuel for your cells, especially your muscle cells. With more oxygen, your body can produce more energy more efficiently. This is why, after a few deep breaths, you might feel a noticeable increase in your energy levels. Increased oxygen can also enhance your brain function. Your brain requires about 20% of your body's oxygen supply. So when you improve the oxygen levels in your blood, you enhance your brain's ability to function. This can lead to better concentration, sharper focus, and quicker thinking. Increased oxygen also improves the vitality and health of your overall body. Higher oxygen levels help improve the efficiency of all organ systems. It supports better cardiovascular function, aids in digestion, and helps strengthen the immune system. Essentially, more oxygen not only boosts your energy, but also helps your body operate at its best. Deep breathing also initiates a relaxation response in the body, counteracting the stress-induced fight or flight response. This relaxation response slows your heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and promotes a calm, balanced state of mind. So not only are you energizing your body through increased oxygenation, but you're also calming it down, creating a perfect balance for optimal health, all with just a few little breaths. Scientific studies have also shown that deep breathing can reduce cortisol levels, which is the hormone responsible for stress. Furthermore, deep breathing has also been shown to stimulate the vagus nerve, a key player in reducing heart rate and promoting a state of calm throughout the body. One fascinating study by researchers at Stanford University even found that controlled breathing could help to regulate the neural circuits that control mood, arousal, and stress. They discovered a small group of neurons that links breathing to relaxation, attention, and excitement. By influencing this neural activity through breathing, we can have a direct impact on our emotional state. So incorporating deep breathing into your daily routine isn't just about feeling relaxed in the moment. It's about setting a foundation for sustained mental clarity, physical energy, and overall well-being. So the next time you hear someone suggest taking a deep breath, remember it's not just an empty platitude. It's a science-backed strategy to help center your mind, relax your body, and maybe even enhance your performance. Your breath is a powerful tool. It's always with you, cost-free, and just a deep breath away from making a significant impact on your day. The critical role that our breath plays in our overall quality of life was actually one of the things that prompted me to develop Pausing Point, which, for those who don't know, is an app where music meets mindfulness. It's designed to guide you through various breathing exercises that enhance your everyday well-being. Through carefully composed soundtracks that align with specific breathing patterns, Pausing Point offers a unique auditory guide to help you focus, relax, and find balance at any moment of your day. I often get asked the question of why I started Pausing Point, and I guess it all began when I was little, around 5, walking along the beach with my mum while Dad was out surfing. At the end of each walk, we'd pause at the top of the beach, where Mum would draw a circle around each of us in the sand. This was our little meditation circle. For about 5 minutes or so, we'd sit there, inside those circles, watching the waves, drawing in the sand, and just being with our thoughts, or letting them drift away. It was a simple act, but it taught me from a young age that you can always take a moment to pause and reflect, no matter what chaos is happening around you. This lesson stayed with me throughout university, where I started taking yoga classes at the gym, and after bending and stretching and holding various poses, we'd end each session with my personal favourite pose, Shavasana, where you close your eyes, lie down on your back, and take deep centering breaths. Those few minutes of letting my mind wander or clear completely were incredibly refreshing. It was another tool for my health toolbox, helping me manage stress and re-energize for the challenges ahead. But as the deadlines piled up towards the end of my degree, I found myself turning to guided meditations, particularly those that involve specific breathing patterns. The first one I tried was box breathing, inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding again for another 4. I could straight away physically and mentally feel the difference, and I'd found another great tool for stress management. There was just one kind of slight annoyance that I had with it all. Often the guided meditations would begin with the counting, going over the cycle a few times, and then the instructor leaves you to continue on your own with the background music or a soundscape for company. This was lovely, but if you lost track or started slowing down the counts unconsciously, then when the instructor comes back in to finish the session and you're only halfway through a breath, it felt weirdly like losing a race against your own breath, which ironically introduced new stresses that I couldn't count or breathe right. And that's when the idea kind of started. What if the music itself could guide the breathing? No need for continuous counting, just the rise and fall of music mirroring our breaths. With a background in music, I knew it was possible to align the musical notes to our breathing patterns. Rising notes for inhales, holding them at peaks, and then descending notes for exhales. But I needed to know if it was physically possible to put it into practice. So that's how the peaceful piano soundtrack that you're listening to right now was born. It's specifically designed to help you breathe in sync with the music. Each note carefully timed to guide your breath and give you gentle guidance and instruction when your mind wanders or gets lost for a little bit. When I started developing Pausing Point, I knew I wanted to provide a toolkit that wasn't just versatile but also scientifically grounded. I delved into research on various breathing techniques, studying how different patterns affect the body and mind. After extensive exploration, I settled on 6 core techniques, each tailored to address specific states of mind and physiological responses. In future episodes of the podcast, we'll do a deep dive into each of the 6 breathing patterns and the science behind them. However, for today, here's a brief breakdown of these techniques and why they might be the exact tool you need in different situations. First, we have the focus pattern. This is the box breathing technique we touched on earlier. Inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding again for 4. It's a cycle that requires concentration and rhythm. This pattern is particularly effective for enhancing concentration and mental clarity. It's used quite a bit by athletes and in high-stress professional settings, like among military personnel or performers, to help center their minds before a challenging task. The focus pattern is great to use when you're preparing for tasks that require sharp focus or when you need to reset your mental state in the middle of a busy day. Next up, we have the calm pattern. Inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 2, and then a longer exhale for 6. This pattern helps slow the heart rate more effectively due to the longer exhale, promoting a feeling of calmness. This pattern is particularly good at managing acute stresses, so it's ideal for situations where you feel sudden spikes in stress, or when you need to calm down quickly, like before a stressful meeting or after an upsetting call. Third is the relax pattern. Inhale for 4 counts and exhale for 6. This pattern emphasizes a longer exhale but without the hold from the calm pattern, making it easier to perform and maintain. It helps in reducing anxiety and gently lowers the body's stress response over time. The simplicity of this pattern makes it ideal for meditation when you're transitioning from work to personal time and for pre-sleep routines. Next is the balanced breathing pattern. This one has equal inhales and exhales, each for 5 counts. This symmetry in breathing creates a balance in the autonomic nervous system and supports overall emotional equilibrium and resilience. It's great for daily stress management, maintaining steadiness in routine activities, and moments when you need to feel more emotionally centered. This next one can be a little bit tougher, the unwind pattern. Inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 7, and a very extended exhale for 8 counts. While it is a little bit more challenging, this pattern is particularly potent. It is best known for its ability to promote sleep and deeply relax the nervous system. The longer exhale and hold phases significantly increase your body's natural relaxation response. It's ideal for preparing for sleep or deep relaxation sessions. I've found it especially useful if you find it hard to shut down or stop your racing thoughts when lying in bed at night. Finally, we have something a little bit different with the energized breathing pattern. A quick inhale for 4 counts, followed by a brief 2-count exhale. This one is the opposite of the others, having a longer inhale and a shorter exhale. As a result, this breathing pattern increases alertness and invigorates the body by increasing oxygen flow and boosting circulation. I find this one great for morning routines or midday slumps, when you need a quick pick-me-up without necessarily reaching for the caffeine. Don't get me wrong, I do still love my morning coffee. I just don't need to rely on it to boost my mood first thing. I can be a nice human being to the people I live with by breathing for a minute before getting out of bed. These 6 patterns were chosen not just for their effectiveness, but for their versatility in handling different aspects of life's ups and downs. Each technique is rooted in proven practices that aid in managing stress, anxiety, and overall mental health. They are not replacements for medication or therapy, but they are neat little tools ready to use whenever you need to pause and find your center. So, we've explored the powerful techniques of breathing and the unique pathways that Pausing Point offers to help manage your mental and physical wellness. Now let's talk about integrating these practices into your daily life. It's one thing to know these techniques, and it's another to make them a part of your routine. Here are a few ideas on how you can easily incorporate mindful breathing into your everyday activities. As mentioned before, you can begin your day by energizing your body with a short breathing session. I personally like to use the Energize technique right after waking up. It wakes me up that last little bit after hitting the snooze button for the third time in a row, and I know I really have to start my day, even though sometimes I just don't want to. You can spend a few extra minutes in your bed, taking a few deep breaths, or try it while waiting for your morning tea or coffee to brew, and help set a positive tone for the rest of your day. You can try turning your commute into a calming retreat. Whether you're stuck in traffic or crammed in public transport, I like to use the calm breathing pattern to release any tension or worries. During work, especially before a big meeting or while tackling a challenging project, I find it's a good time to use the focus technique. Just a few rounds of box breathing can help clear your mind and enhance your concentration. You can do this right at your desk or during a short break. Instead of taking a smoko break, consider taking a short breathing break. This one will definitely be better for your lungs at least. After a long day at work, coming back home from the office, or turning the computer off if you work from home, I like to do a little bit of relaxed breathing to help signal to my body and mind that it's time to shift gears from work time to home time. You can make it a part of your evening routine, perhaps while preparing dinner or settling down at home. I find ending my day with the unwind breathing technique is ideal, especially if you have some trouble falling asleep. You can practice it lying in bed to deeply relax your body and mind. It acts like a soothing lullaby, easing you into a peaceful sleep. When you can't get your thoughts to stop racing and the noise in your head to calm down, I find this pattern is best for quieting the noise and releasing any tension in your body that might be preventing you from a restful sleep. Remember, the goal is to make these practices so seamless that they naturally become a part of your daily rhythm. Integrating these breathing techniques into your day isn't just about finding time for meditation. It's about turning everyday moments into opportunities for a quick self-care pause. It's about creating small pockets of peace that together build a more serene, focused, and balanced life. With Pausing Point, we've tried to make these techniques readily accessible, just a tap away, making it easier to find your moment of pause in the hustle and bustle of daily life. But even just doing a few self-guided deep breaths at any moment of your day can have a surprisingly large improvement on your overall well-being. Thanks for tuning in to the first episode of Pause Here. If you've enjoyed our time together, try tapping into the Pausing Point app for more guided tranquility. Share this episode with someone who could use a pause in their playlist. And don't forget to follow us on your favourite podcasting platform to never miss an episode. If you want, you can also follow us on our social medias, at Pausing Point, on all social media channels, to get updates and stay connected. Next time on Pause Here, we're straightening up, literally. We'll be diving into how something as simple as your posture can impact your breathing, your brain function, and so much more. It's going to be a real eye-opener. Thanks for pausing with me today. I can't wait to bring more peace and practical tips your way next time. If you have a few more minutes to spare, stick around for a brief focused breathing session. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep breathing and keep thriving. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4.